Hey everybody, this is Mike with Birdman Gaming. Uh, Before I start getting into everything, first, if you're new to the channel, thank you for checking it out. And as always, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Comment down below. Um, it's Monday. This is actually going to be my very first time recording anything on a Monday, so I've been given some thought about what to do on, my weekly schedule for video uploads. And I figured on Mondays it's just going to be a hodgepodge of this or that. But today's something a little bit special. First off, I wanted to explain where the name Birdman came from. It came from a convention called Gen Con in 2003, and the game Magic the Gathering. Uh, it's a very long, drawn out story, but those of you who actually know me personally know the story. There's a couple of you that were actually there and actually witnessed what had happened. And as far as Gen Con, this is going to be the gist of the entire video today. My very first convention was Gen Con 2003. At that point, I was still living in Indianapolis. I was living on the south side of Indianapolis, to be precise, and going through some very, very rough stuff at the time. But I had set my mind to be at Gen Con that summer. It was the weekend right before my birthday, and it was touted as the best 4 days in gaming. It was going to be his very first year in Indianapolis, having moved there from, I believe, Green Bay, Wisconsin, the year prior. And so I wound up going. And as far as the best 4 days of gaming is concerned, it does live up to the moniker. Gen Con is essentially my only convention that I go to now. I went in 2003, 2004, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then some stuff happened, and I missed 2009, 10, 11. I went to 12. I missed 13, 14. I went to 15, 16, 17, which happened to have been the 50th anniversary, and last year. This year I'm taking a break. There's several reasons why. But I'm planning on being at 2020 next year, which the start of the convention falls on my birthday. And I'm hoping that YouTube will, that this channel will be able to be built up by then enough to where the residual income from this channel can pay for me, and by then I should have a small group of people to help carry my gear, and because I'm wanting to do videos and everything at the convention next year. Currently, I do not have the camera, I do not have the editing equipment or anything like that. But I'm going to need, of course, people, considering that I am disabled. And yeah, it is an expense. And even though I know how to attend the convention on a budget, where a lot of people truly don't know how to budget certain aspects of it. I'm not saying that as a bad thing, because it is a convention and you're more than free to do whatever you want with your money. I understand that. With everything that's going on, you you pay for the convenience of staying downtown. Yes, that is a very big expense. The food trucks are more expensive than I personally care to spend money at. I'd prefer to walk over to the mall and get something, but that's just me. I've never really had a lot of money to spend it at the convention, with different things going on at different times. Whether it's in '07 and '08, uh, paying for other people, um, just random stuff happening. It happens. I still enjoy going. I enjoy having other people with me. I enjoy the look on their face when they first walk in the convention center. I I love Gen Con. Gen Con is currently, for the next couple of years, it's still slated to be in Indianapolis. Indianapolis is my home. I'm originally from just east of there, but I always call Indy home. I haven't lived there in 15 years now, but it's still home, and Gen Con essentially is home for me. It's the only time of year when I actually get to come back home, see my friends from up north, um, get to just, be the nerd I am. Whether it's go through the dealer hall demoing, going over to the cool stuff booth and saying hi to Amanda, um, of which I actually volunteered for 1 year. The company's absolutely amazing. Um, Seeing members of the Facebook group Fans of Gen Con, whatever it is. I love the convention. I love seeing the costumes. I love playing games. Stuff I don't get to do normally anymore. It kind of hurts that I am not able to make it this year, but there are reasons behind that, and I'm more than fine with missing it. I have to work on me this year. I started this YouTube channel almost 5 weeks ago. Since then, there's been some setbacks, but I'm still moving ahead, pushing forward. I wanted to make this video specifically about Gen Con because I want to share my love of the convention with everybody else. If you look at on my channel the background picture, you'll see several items that I've collected over the years from the convention. Got a couple of the convention collectible coins from the last 2 years. We've got my badges from the last several years up there. I've got a Gen Con 50 uh, I guess, little diary from 2 years ago up there that I've never written, and a friend of mine gave that to me for my birthday. Um, just a lot of different things from the convention because it means so much to me. A lot of people wonder why it means so much to me, and there's multiple reasons why. One of the main reasons, though, is I deal with a lot of stress. I suffer from severe depression and anxiety. It even takes a lot for me to record videos where you see me. I can talk a lot easier when I'm not on camera, as is evident with some of my gameplay. But I have to get myself used to doing this specifically for the channel, for you guys. But before I go any further, first off, I mentioned a Facebook group called Fans of Gen Con. I want to say a huge thank you to Alec and everybody there. Every member of that group. Without a lot of them last year, I would not have made it last year. DJ Mike, Mike Diamond. There's just a lot of people I need to thank. I wish I would have met all of y'all, but I will promise you this. If this channel picks up steam and actually helps me get there next year, I will set up some sort of meet and greet on Wednesday. Because that's when I go and pick up my badge. I will set some sort of meet and greet up the day before my birthday to meet every single last one of you and thank you in person. Yes, I've met a few of you and you guys are absolutely amazing. Yes, I would not have been able to make it last year without that group. I'm also recording this video specifically for that group. That way, when it's posted on the channel, I can link it in that group and they can, of course, the moderators can view it first and then have it posted. That way, you know, since it is a Gen Con focused video, more people can see my content. Especially the thank yous. I became a member of the Facebook group, I want to say about 3 or 4 years ago. Gen Con 50, some stuff happened. I was planning on a large group going with me. And within the last month, at the most, last month prior to leaving, out of the 5 people that were going, 4 of them backed out, leaving just me as the 5th person. I, in turn, contacted Cool Stuff, where a few of them were volunteering and just backed out. And I was working at a local game store here in the city I live in, and we we had a guy who came in. He was a homeless guy, but he was a gamer, and so he happened to have been there that day, and as most days at the time, and I spoke with him, and I spoke with a man at Cool Stuff, and got it to where he was able to volunteer for them. Basically, last minute. It was like a week prior, maybe a week and a half prior to departure. And of course, he didn't have any money or anything. He was sleeping in a tent out in the woods. But I was able to get him hooked up with them. I got a cheap motel room with 2 beds. He was actually able to sleep inside on a bed for a week. I was able to have the money to feed him. Cool Stuff also bought him lunch on the 2 days that he worked for them. And that same group, the Fan of Gen Con Facebook group, members of that would stop by there and see him, or they would, one lady actually dropped off some food for him. So, again, that group is absolutely amazing. But, back to the convention itself. When I say it's the best 4 days of gaming, it's a tabletop gaming convention. There's not much in the way of video games as far as showing off and debuting. Yes, they have e-game arena to where you can go in and play PC or console games. They have video game machines, the old arcade machines lined up to where you can actually drop quarters in and play. But their main focus is miniatures, card games, role-playing, board games, analog games. And, I mean, yes, I grew up with video games, but I also grew up with the analog games. Games that take critical thinking. Which is, again, why I absolutely love the convention, because I get to go there, I get to see something new, something that may not even be on the market yet. At Gen Con 50, I was able to test Dragonfire before it was released, which was amazing. In 2012, I got to test the Spartacus board game like 3 or 4 months before it released. Stuff like that makes the convention worth it. At least to me. Hopefully, I will have several more years going to Gen Con. I'm hoping to be able to make it to, of course, 2020 and 2023. 2023 will be the 20th anniversary of the Birdman. And it'll, to a degree, be an emotional year for me as far as the nickname being 20 years old, being back home for it, seeing all of you there. By then they should have the expansions that they're talking about with the new ballroom, the more hotel rooms and everything set up by then. Yeah, I'm starting to ramble. Um, when I when I said that there was some stuff that had went on in the last 5 weeks, um, in part it's dealing with my mom. On my Facebook page, I call her Bird Mom because y'all call me Bird Man. But over the last few months, she's almost passed twice. She had a really, really, really bad infection, and the first time she almost passed was about a week and a half before Christmas, and it was hard. But she got better. Um, then 2 weeks ago, actually today, she went to the hospital. The infection had came back, and she was told if she had waited much longer, she wouldn't have made it. She had surgery, and at the moment she's taking a nap in her room, but she's healing. It's a long road, but she is getting better. And so this year it's focusing more on me being better, a better me, and me taking care of my mom. Working on this channel, trying to do right by me, her, and everybody else. So next year I will need that battery recharge that I get for going to Gen Con. Because that's one of the main things I get out of it. I deal with a lot of stress and anxiety. So when I go to Gen Con, it's like people who spend an entire year just to go to Hawaii for a week or whatever. That relaxation, that recharging of the mental and emotional batteries. And normally a year between trips is almost too much for me to deal with. But right now I need to focus on dealing with other things rather than trying to get the money together to go to Gen Con this year. And even though it sucks, I'm okay with it. Because other things are more important at the moment. But you better believe 2020 rolls around, I will be there. You guys will get to wish me a happy birthday. I will get to have some Charlie's subs over in Circle Center Mall. Get me a big old Philly cheesesteak over there. Get me some White Castle. Because there's no White Castles where I live. And it sucks. But more importantly, I'll get to see you guys. Hopefully I'll have cameras. I'll have my people helping me, even getting some video of me meeting you guys. And yeah, I'm getting a little bit emotional at the moment. But that's to be expected. Um, I'm hoping that this video will get approved by those moderators. I'm running a little over what I was expecting to do on this video, but I was going to write this out to where it would be more linear, so to speak, but I'm just rattling off from the top of my head. Um, anyway, I wanted to say thank you guys. Thank you guys for stopping by the channel. Thank you guys for being amazing, amazing people. And yes, I already have a idea of a couple of the people that I want to go with me as my crew for 2020. I have two people specifically in mind at the moment. I don't know if that'll change or not yet, but two people so far. And it'll be their first time. Anyway, thank you guys again for stopping by. If you guys like this, of course, give it a thumbs up, like, share, subscribe, comment below. Currently, I have 10 subscribers. For YouTube to actually monetize and do all the good stuff, I need a lot more. So, tell your friends, man. I'm going to be doing Anthem gameplays all weekend, and they will be 100% spoiler free, if I can help it. I'm doing a live stream, or multiple live streams on Saturday. I'm going to be recording a video. It'll probably go up really late Thursday of me picking up my copy. At least that's the current plan. Things obviously will change. That's just the way things go with me. Wednesday, I'm either going to be playing Eternal or playing some Arkham Knight. I'm not sure which yet. And I'm not sure what I'm doing tomorrow on the channel. I keep waiting to hear back from a couple of the companies that I contacted about getting stuff to unbox for the channel. I haven't heard back yet, but I'm keeping my fingers crossed. They say that every 7 years you go through a change. I'm getting ready to hit 42, which is the 6th cycle of 7. So here's for a good change. And I understand that my camera is in weird positions. I'm having to use my cell phone at the moment because I do not actually own a camera. And so I'm recording this on a cell phone. But thank you guys, and I will see you in the next video.